Kenyon Glover. Mr. Glover, you there?
Yeah. KG is in the building. What's going on?
That's what's up, man. Thanks for letting that record kind of finish because I was reminiscing on my Southside Queens days, brother.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, brother. You jamming over there, man.
Yes. Welcome to the DJ Cisco Radio Show. We have Kenyon Glover, former NBA player, currently model, actor, and philanthropist. Tell the world about yourself, brother.
Well, you basically just said everything.
I know.
Yeah. I'm just, like you said, man, former NBA player, man. Now I'm in the entertainment business right now as an actor, producer, director, model, host, motivational speaker, mogul, business owner.
That's what's up.
So just trying to do my thing, man. It's a crazy business I'm in, but I love everything I do, man. I love everything I do. So I'm just out here staying on the grind, man, trying to make a name of myself, trying to become that household name. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, so let's take it back to your NBA days. What years did you play, and what team or teams were you on?
Well, before I even went to the NBA, I played overseas. I played in England.
Okay.
And that was, I went over there in 2003 to 2005. So I was over in England then, and then I got the call from the Milwaukee Bucks.
Nice.
And, yeah, so they hit me up. So I went there. I played from 05 to 06, man. And
beautiful.
That's when I had that career-ending injury that ended it all, man.
Oh, man. So that injury, there was no coming back from your injury?
No, my knee was done. So I pretty much ruptured every ligament, joint, everything in my knee. It was through.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, I see you still doing your thing, so God does everything for a reason, man. So after your NBA career, what did you get into?
Right after that, it took me about a year, to pick myself back up.
Okay, gotcha.
And I went into modeling, man, surprisingly.
Yes.
Because this agent guy had been, I guess, keeping his eye on me while I was playing basketball. He was like, yo, have you ever thought about modeling? I was like, no, not really. So he was like, why don't you give it a shot? I was like, cool. So he just happened to take some pictures of me and started submitting me and to different brands and companies and things like that. And I started booking work, man. Before you know it, I was like booking major ads like with Nike and Reebok and Gatorade and big name brands. So, giving me a nice little paycheck. So I stumbled into a new career.
That's what's up. Now, tell us some of, because you've done like a little bit of acting also, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So of course, when you're doing some modeling, of course, people say, well, you should try acting. So I was like, you know what? Why not? And before you know it, man, I booked my first major role on Young and the Restless.
Nice.
And so Young and the Restless, that was a good look for me because I was kind of fresh, still green in the industry a little bit. So they gave me a shot, man, and I did pretty well on there. I was on there for a while, and after that, it kind of took off from there, man. I started booking other gigs, other TV shows, and independent films and things like that. And I started, after that, man, I was like, you know what? I want to try my thing behind the scenes. So I started producing and directing and working behind the scenes. And now it's like I'm behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, the side of the scenes. So I'm all over the scenes. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Beautiful. So do you have any projects that we would know about, or do you are you currently working on some?
Oh, my goodness, man. I got projects for days right now I'm working on.
Beautiful.
We got about... We got about 10 projects right now on our plate right now. We got 3 TV shows we're working on. We're producing right now. We got about 6 or 7 films that we're producing right now because I just signed a partnership deal with Agreement Pictures.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go check them out. AgreementPictures.com. That's my new family right there.
Nice.
So we're doing some major things together. So we got about, like I said, 5 or 6 films on our slate. 3 television series that we're shooting right now. Actually, we start shooting the first one at the end of September, and immediately following that, we're going to shoot the next TV series in October. And following that, we're going to start working on all the films. So, man, it's just back to back right now, man. It's crazy.
So you are quite busy. So, tell us about your modeling career.
You know what? I don't do it as much anymore because acting is pretty much taking the reins of my career.
Yeah, got you.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm about to break a few hearts right now, but yeah, but
no, we don't break hearts, man. We don't break hearts. You know what I'm saying? I don't break hearts. What you about to do? What you about to tell people?
I'm not about to tell the people that you're married. You know, let's.
Yeah, that might break a few hearts.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, ladies. Listen. So tell us about your wife, because I heard that she has a twin and she also models and she's into fashion. And tell us a little bit, a bit about her, because I'm trying to get her on the show also.
Yeah, my wife, man. My wife of 8 years now, man.
Beautiful.
She does have an identical twin sister. Like, you can't even tell them apart. Like, if you don't know them, you can't tell them apart, period.
Wow.
So, they own their own company called Twin of a Kind. Definitely check that out, too, twinofakine.org.
Yeah.
And their company is all about empowering the youth, uplifting the youth, inspiring and motivating the youth of today and the young and young adults and the kids, man, that's coming up, man, that just need that positive influence, positive leadership in their lives. So they pretty much do that, man. They travel all around the world doing workshops and putting on fashion events and things like that, just to empower the youth, man. That's what it's all about, because, hey, the next generation is what's going to be leading our country. So, we got to be out there and be leaders to the youth, man, and be positive influences. Yeah,
so speaking about that, you have a few foundations, or you have one foundation also, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said, do you have your own foundation, or you and your wife work on that one foundation? Because I thought I saw something about yours here.
Yeah, I'm actually forming my own foundation right now as we speak. It would be called League of Distinguished Gentlemen.
Okay.
And what this foundation will be about is I'm trying to form or put together a team of men that are strictly about being leaders for Christ.
Oh, wow.
That's what it's strictly about, man, because me and my wife, we just got baptized, this past Sunday.
Oh, beautiful.
So we have kind of but we have gone far and beyond to rededicate our lives to serving God, man.
Beautiful.
So this new company I'm forming is all about leaders, being leaders for Christ. This foundation, we just gonna go out and spread the word, spread the gospel, lead people to God, tell people about how God is and how good God is and how He can change your life.
Definitely.
And things like that. So that's what the League of Distinguished Gentlemen will be about.
Oh man, we definitely need more of that. Definitely, because people are moving away from God, and that's a whole nother show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're labeled as a philanthropist also. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I do a lot of philanthropy work, man.
Nice.
I really get out into the community. I try to, feed the hungry. I try to give back as much as I can. I try to go out and do motivational speaking engagements just to empower people, man, because I run into so many people that I just could use a word of encouragement.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or just use a word of uplifting,
yes.
Because we're in times right now where people are depressed.
Yes.
People are lost. People are trying, or giving up on their lives and giving up hope on just anything, and I feel like it's up to me. I feel like God put me in a position to, just like I said, speak a word of encouragement to somebody, uplift somebody. So I try to do as much as I can in the community, man. Like I said, giving back, just go out speaking to people, feeding the homeless, whatever I can do to serve. I'm just trying to serve God as much as I can.
Wow,
and the way you serve God is by serving people.
Brother, you are absolutely right. So do you have any advice? Because I know we have thousands of listeners of young men and women out there who are currently in high school and in college and pursuing their basketball career. What advice would you have for them?
I would say that it's going to be a tough road because there's a lot of competition, but at the same time, you just cannot give up. Because this kid asked me the other day, it wasn't the other day, it's probably a few months ago. It was like, what did he ask me? He's like, I have times where I feel like giving up because the competition is better than me. This next kid that I'm fighting with the same position for is a lot better than me, and I just want to give up, and because I know I'm not going to make it and all this. I'm like, you know what? Right there, you've already psyched yourself out.
Yes.
You know, you've already counted yourself out of the game by giving up, by having that mentality. So, you know, I tell the youth, I tell kids, you can't give up. You can't look at people as really your competition.
Yes.
You know, and you have to, if this is what you want to do, then you have to dedicate your life, your time, your effort, your energy into this every single day. That's what I did growing up. I wanted to be the best.
Yes.
You can't settle for less.
Nope.
You have to take every day and say, you know what, I'm going to work on my game today. I want to be the best. You know, I studied Michael Jordan film growing up. That's all I did.
Nice.
Study Michael Jordan. Then I would go outside and try to, you know, emulate his moves, practice his moves over and over and over and over, 2, 3, 4 hours a day.
Gotcha.
Because I wanted to be the best.
Yes.
And you have to have that mentality that, you know what, no matter how short I am, no matter how skinny I am, no matter how fat I may be, or whatever the case is, you got to realize that God gives you talent. God gives you the mindset of saying, you know what, I'm not going to let nothing defeat me. I'm not going to let doubt defeat me, self-doubt, or whatever the case may be. Because a lot of times we take ourselves out of the game by just having self-doubt. Take that, lose that. You know, have total confidence in yourself and believe in yourself. Believe you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Or you can do all things as long as you put your mind to it, put your heart in it, put your effort in it, put your energy in it. Because you can do all, I mean, there's nothing you can't do. So you just got to go hard and be willing to train your butt off to be the best that you want to be.
That's what I try to tell my kids each and every day. Listen, before you leave, I must ask you a question that's trending if I don't ask you, because you're in the sports arena. So I just want to get like your advice. Colin Kaepernick, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. Colin Kaepernick, the 49ers football player that refused to pay homage or stand during the national anthem. What are your thoughts on that?
You know what? It's funny you say that because I was actually reading the story yesterday, as a matter of fact. And you know what? I stand with him.
Yes.
I stand absolutely with him because we are in a time now where it seems like justice isn't for all.
Yes.
You know, and that's what our country is supposed to represent, justice for all. And right now, that's not the case.
Yes.
You know, and it seems like, especially us as African Americans, it seems like the world is turning against us.
Yes.
It seems like we're becoming the enemy. For what reason? I don't know. I mean, you can tell by, you know, not to offend the Trump supporters, but Trump is the biggest racist, and he's proud of it.
Yeah,
you know? And the people that support him, to me, are probably as racist as he is. Because how could you support somebody like that if you talking about you for equality and all this, but you supporting Trump? You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Glover,
contradicting what this country is about.
Exactly.
So I totally stand with Kaepernick, or however you say his name.
Well,
so I'm definitely with him, man. I believe what he stands for. I can appreciate what he's doing.
Yes.
You know, I know a lot of people are against him and all of that, but it's like, okay, I don't see how you could be against him when he's standing for something that's real.
Yes.
Like, this is what's going on right now in our country. This is what's happening. And he's standing up for his rights. You know, and like he said, this country is not about justice for all. It's not.
Yes.
And it shows every single day.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And for those people who are against him, I'm like, why would they pick him and pick this certain like situation? And they're burning his jersey. I have never seen a person burn a Ku Klux Klan outfit. I have never seen a white person grab a Ku Klux Klan outfit and say, I'm appalled, I'm against this. Never, ever. So they're turning their backs, ridiculing, persecuting, talking about a man who is exercising his right. And what he is speaking about, he have legitimate arguments and, you know, things are like going on. And you had said something earlier about like all of a sudden, it's like the world's against us. They've been against us. It's just that social media is exposing it. So, and Mr. Obama getting into office pissed off a lot of people. So they had a point to prove. So I'm standing with that young man also. And I'm glad that you had the guts enough, being who you are, to speak out about it too. But listen, I want to thank you for being on the show. You must come back. Anything that you have going on, please let us know so we can support you.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me on, man. It's definitely a pleasure. I mean, especially somebody as profound as you are, DJ Cisco, in the building. I got the privilege to be on your show, man. I feel so grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much. And let your wife know that we'll be speaking to her soon, because we want her to have like a fashion segment if she wouldn't mind joining the show. So we definitely want to speak to her about that. But like I said, if you have anything that you want us to promote for you, your foundation, your upcoming documentaries, movies, series, whatever, just please pass it by and we will post it on our webpage. All right?
Sounds good, man. I just want to let everybody know you can find me on Facebook, Kenyon Glover.
Gotcha.
Instagram, Kenyon D. Glover. Twitter, Kenyon Glover, Kenyon Glover. So just hit me up. Like I said, we got a lot of projects going on. We're always looking for new talent, production crew to work with, and all these different things. We're always looking to collaborate with different companies or looking for sponsors or whatever the case may be. So definitely hit me up.
Beautiful. Thank you once again, and God bless, and have safe travels.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good one.
Okay, peace.